So I'm going to put a coat. Now I've put a quick one on here and chatted a bit so it dried. So I'll put a coat of lush green on, following, you don't have to base it that direction, but if you do, it helps you remember the way to go. Now I've brought the rest of the leaf out. It actually comes back here because the flower's over top of it, but I think it helps people to do the whole shape of the leaf. I'm going to pick up black green and I'm going to scrunch on the palette so it kind of spreads the bristles apart. I'm going to come from the edge. I am not pressing, just lightly scratching. That's the big key. Just lightly scratching inward from the outside edge, working it, and it's just dragging through the wet, lush green. And I'm following that direction that I would go. Then I'm coming from the middle with the black green again. Come up the middle, not all the way out to the edge, just the same way when I did this side, I didn't go all the way to the edge. I'll give my brush a little wipe, but it's still dirty. Pick up the lush green, I'm going to give it a scrunch, and I'm going to come from the outer edge inwards. Just a light scratch and just lift it up off as you come inwards. Pick up a little more, scrunch, and now I'm doing the exact opposite that we did with the black green on this side, coming from the inside outward. I don't want to go all the way to the outside edge, but the odd one you can come out a little further so that you're getting a little bit of drama in there. Oops, and of course I've come all the way out here off the edge when I did that, so I'll just clean that edge back up. Now I pick up the matcha, flatten my chisel, and slide down there. I'm not pressing, so that's the very important part. So I'll go ahead and I'll do this leaf again. When you're doing a section that like so up here, you would do the leaf that's underneath. This leaf is underneath, and follow with the last one would be the leaf on top. So it doesn't matter if I get onto this leaf when I'm doing this one, because this is going to cover over afterwards. So if it feels better to do that whole section, do it. So again, I'll just go over that quickly again. So one coat of the lush green. I'm not being cheap with the lush green because I want that to remain wet while I work the other colors into it. So I pick up black green, give my brush a scrunch, and I'm only picking it up on the tip of the brush. So I'm going to come from this side, from the outer side inwards. Need a bit more. You can tell when your black green is disappearing. And I'm not intending on going all the way in. So you see that curve that I'm following. And now, again, I'm going to take and I'm going to curve following this way. So the wet paint is getting streaked through this and giving me a variance of color. You don't really see lush green, but it's in there and it does make a difference. So I'm now picking up, I'm going to flip my brush over a couple times so I get it on both sides. I'm going to come from the middle. The reason I'm starting in the middle on this one is there's not a lot of outer edge on this side. And then the outer edge one, I would be coming back this way. So I'll just bring a few bits of something there so it shows that the rest of that leaf is the same. And I just come along with my vein. I think I'll put a little more of the bright here. There we go. All right, so that's that.